Hello, everyone. My name is Knaus. It's been a pleasure taking this course, and hopefully through some of these pictures and quotes and just this project in general, you can get to know me a little more. So I'll let you guys look at this a little closer. There's just a picture from high school playing football. It's kind of what I do now as referee. It's a picture of my family. Got to throw the bacon in there. It's my favorite food. And some other quotes that we'll talk about in a little bit. Anyway, just a little bit about me. So I grew up in Longmont, Colorado, and I played high school football and basketball. And my true love is football, as you can see. After high school, I went to Colorado Mesa and played football for a few years. And so that was pretty much what I was all about, pretty much what consumed me in a way. And it pretty much defined who I was. So, I really had to, adjust. It was a big life adjustment going from football to just regular school and just the regular life. It's what I did every day since, I was 10. So all the way until I was about 21. So it was a big adjustment. But anyway, the first thing I'll go through is some of the quotes that I have here. The first one, I think it's pretty applicable to my life, is sometimes we must lose ourselves to find ourselves. And how this is applied in my life is that, I felt really lost, like, after I was done playing football. Like, I was completely just didn't know what to do next, didn't really have, like, any direction. But, through, reffing, why I have this picture right here, it kind of filled that void a little bit. I mean, I still don't feel like the void is completely filled, but the refereeing has definitely helped just as an outlet. It's kind of competitive, and you're still around the game and whatnot. So that's been it's been a fun time for me. I umpire baseball, high school baseball, and middle school baseball, and a little basketball as well in the winters. So I guess it keeps me in shape. Anyway, what I like about this class is that all the assignments we've done to really get stuff out of them. Like, you really have to be true to yourself. And, when you're true to yourself, then, it really makes it so you actually learn stuff about yourself. And that's how, you grow and, conquer things in life is, you got to grow and learn from, where your weaknesses are. You have to value, you got to know where your strengths are. But yeah, this class was just, really, really helpful in that regard because all the assignments, you really had to dig deep. And if you weren't honest with yourself, then you really weren't going to get anything out of the assignments. So, that's why I really like this class, because it had, a lot more real life applications, I'd say, than, a lot of other classes. A lot of other classes, you kind of learn stuff and you're never ever going to go back to that again. But where this class is more, real life lessons that you can really apply in your life. So some of the big things for me learning in this class was all about, like, the stress response, because that's something that's really close to me, because having played football, what actually ended my football career was having a few concussions. And so I know all about how the cascade of events that can happen after that, and then the stress, and then after that came some adrenal fatigue because all my hormones and neurotransmitters were out of whack. So it was really interesting to hear in this class how the fight or flight system works. How it stimulates epinephrine and norepinephrine in our brain, and that leads to more secretion of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and then over time, the cortisol can really have a damaging effect if you're constantly secreting it. So I've had to make some real life adjustments to get everything back to where it should be, back to homeostasis. Um, so that's been a real battle for me, but I feel like I'm making progress. So that's a really good thing. Some other stuff that I've learned in this class that I felt was uh, pretty applicable to my life right now is just how your thought process kind of dictates everything around you. The power of positive thinking. If you're always being pessimistic or thinking negative, then it's going to have an effect on not only you, but it's going to have an effect on the people around you, and it just permeates just a negative environment. And so, if anything, a lot of these assignments have taught me, not only ways to deal with stress, but ways to restructure my thinking, on a day-to-day basis. Um, Kind of leads me to my other quote. Not every day is good, but there is something good in every day. Sometimes when things are going bad, you can just really, really get caught up in the negative things. And, when you get caught up in the negative things and it doesn't seem like there's anything going for you, but, in reality, I think we're all in, a pretty good situation. We have it pretty good compared to, a lot of people in the world. And so you just got to focus on, the things you do have. And you can't get stuck up on all the things you wish you could have, or because I think when you focus on comparing yourself to others, beauty, materialistic things that are out of realistic bounds, if you're really striving for those things, I think that's a really negative thing. I know me personally, I've given up social networking altogether just because of not only all the drama that goes along with it, but you're just sitting there and you're looking, you say you wish you had that, you wish you had this person, whatever, and I just think that really leads to like a negative mindset. And so ever since I've given up social networking, it's just had a really good effect, just on me trying to focus on like other goals and not constantly having to check Twitter, check Facebook, because it's largely just a waste of time. But other people might think differently on that. As far as the 7 dimensions of health, um, there's a few of them that probably stick out to me that have changed my perspective since I started this class. Probably the social aspect is really important. I going into this class, I didn't think like friends. I've had a lot of falling outs with friends and people over the years, and I was kind of leading to believe that it really wasn't that important in your life, but in reality, like friends are like some of the best tools you can have to get by and grow and just achieve in life. And if you're isolated, then that can lead to a more negative mind state. And friends can really help you, but at the same time, you got to pick the right ones, or it can have a negative effect on you. Let's see, just the mental aspects. That just goes with the positive thinking, just the power of positive thinking. In a few of those TED Talks, it was like pretty interesting to hear that you should have like a negative or a positive to negative thought ratio of 3 to 1. And that sounds about right. Like if you think about it, it can be hard to do that because sometimes it's just easy to fixate on the things that are going bad. But that's like something that I've really been trying to do. Let's see, another one. Spiritually, I would say spiritually I've grown a little bit since this class has started. Going to college and stuff, I kind of missed out on going to church and just wasn't really a part of my life. But I've kind of tried to make it a routine to like go with my parents every Sunday, just to it makes them happy, and I try to get as much as I can out of it myself. So it's just a positive thing all around. But this class has kind of changed my perspective a little bit, just on the importance of it. Yeah, I mean that's about all I got. But I hope you guys had a good time in class. This was one of my favorite classes I've taken just because it's so relatable to like all walks of life. So thank you for hearing me.